Okay, thank you.
All right, let me just hit go live here. Takes just a moment to spool up. The meeting is yours, Mr. Chair. Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you so much. We can call to order now the meeting for the Clausen Board of Ethics that is scheduled here today on June 2nd at 7:00 p.m. And so at this time, I think our first, well, I've got the agenda here. First thing we'll do is the Pledge of Allegiance. So if we all want to go ahead and do that, we can get started. I don't know where there's a flag. I don't have one.
Oh, Ken's got it.
Oh, there we go. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Perfect. And then we can do roll call right now. So.
Okay, my name's August. For those of you who don't know, I'm the new city clerk. I have been. This is day 6 for me. So I'm just getting to know everybody. So it's nice to meet you guys. We have Chairman McGinnis.
Yes, here.
And where are you, sir?
I am in Clausen.
Vice Chair Annie Fenton.
Here, Clausen, Michigan.
Brian McCullough. Is it McCullough?
McCullough. Silent.
McCullough.
Yep. Here, Clausen, Michigan.
And Dana, is it Traxel? Okay.
Yep. And here, and I'm in Clausen.
Okay. Ms. Swope sent an email to Mike and I today resigning because she's moved officially and is closing on a house outside of Clausen. So that it is a quorum, Chairman, and you can do business if you like, and we'll look for another member. So
okay, very, very good. Then at this time, the first kind of order of business is to approve the minutes of February 23rd, 2021 and April 28th, 2021. Has everybody had a chance to take a look at those? They were sent out by Michael Smith, I believe, yesterday.
I wasn't personally on the February meeting, but I could motion to approve at least the April meeting.
Okay, very good. So I guess we'll start with the February one then. I'll go ahead and motion to approve the February.
I'll second. Annie.
Okay. This is just February?
That's just February, and I believe at that time it would have only been Annie and I at that meeting because we've since expanded. So,
are there any objections?
No.
This is a small meeting. We don't have to do the full roll call. We'll do that by acclamation then. All good. Okay, all ayes.
Okay, and now we've got the April 28th, 2021 meeting. Brian, if you'd like to motion that.
Yep, motion to approve minutes from April 28th, 2021.
I'll second. Annie Fenton.
Are there any no votes? Nope. Then by acclamation. We're all set, folks.
All right, very good. On to the next order of business is to review the annual disclosure statement forms. Has everybody had a chance to review all of those? There was the initial packet of, I think there's approximately 15 or so, and then an additional 3 that were sent out.
Yes.
And in looking at them, did anybody have any issues or see any issues with any of the specific disclosure forms?
I did not.
I did not either.
The only thing
I wasn't, sorry, Chair. I wasn't able to view the zip drive. I did get the additional 3.
Okay.
I can't open it for some reason.
Yeah, I know I had to, I think, open it on a separate computer because it wouldn't open up on my phone or tablet like it normally would. I did have a chance to kind of review them all as well. The only thing for kind of a housekeeping purpose is I noticed that almost all of them were not notarized for the signatures. And I know with COVID practices, most kind of communities, court systems, everything, we've kind of taken a little bit of a laxed approach on some of the notarization just to avoid the kind of the contact purposes. So at this point, I think I would motion to admit all those disclosure forms as is without the notarization and just take that as fine.
I can second that.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. You want to do a roll call? McCullough?
Yes.
Traxel,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Fenton,
Yes.
motion passes.
All right.
And
moving-
that did come up in the clerk's office. I did talk to Michelle and I both mentioned that it wasn't really worth the battle to try to we wanted to get them in,
Yes.
that and get them in everyone's hands and worry about that, later. It wasn't as easy to get us because we did a lot of notaries right there in the clerk's office for them, but they were coming in the drop boxes instead. So
Yeah.
it was addressed.
It's
We were
very
out there.
difficult. So I'm glad it was addressed on that purpose. And again, if we would have probably seen any big glaring problems, then it would be a little bit different, but it was all, I think, pretty straightforward. So
I'm glad you guys don't care that I bartend on Friday nights in Hamtramck. All my disclosure form. So
and then review of filed complaints. There are no filed complaints that I'm aware of. And so I was set up to receive the emails, which is ethics@cityofclawson.com. So anything that comes through, I think I'll see it. And I believe August, I think you should be able to see it too, that come in. And if anything comes in, I'll immediately forward it to everybody else. I did check again just about 5 minutes before this meeting started, just to make sure, and there was nothing filed right now. I will point out that the new forms are, if we all had a chance to kind of review the new forms and kind of the procedure, I believe it's all completely in line with what we had looked to do and what we had kind of voted for previously. So if Rennis was on here, which he's not, I would say thank you for handling that.
Did council review the forms? Do we know? Somebody
I
knows?
can't speak to that. I don't know.
I'm not sure they would have to review because I think they had initial template or initial policy they had reviewed, and this was just cleaning up some of the
Okay.
language at this point. And so it was no substantive change to the ordinance or anything that was contained in any of the ordinances. And then other business, does anybody have any questions or have heard any other issues?
I'm just wondering if it would make sense to put this on a city council agenda just to make sure that we have some public forum for people to know where the forms are available and what the process might be. I mean, I'd be willing to do that. They probably get more traction than our meetings are going to, but or if you can think August of another way to get the information out, that'd be fine too.
No, I don't know if it's happened before. Like I said, I would assume they made an announcement about it, but I can absolutely ask that it be put on as an information item in the presentations, that everyone, just for your information, unless one of you wants to speak in public comment and point that out, you can be put on the agenda to do so. Yeah, either way, I can just suggest that we put it on as an information item to talk about in the beginning of the meeting for a second, or you guys have every right to do that if yourselves. And the public loves it, especially the council, when members of boards and commissions step up and do that kind of stuff. So it's up
I
to
mean,
you.
that's, since I brought it up, I'm happy to do that. I wouldn't volunteer anybody else. If Rennis is going to be there, it would be helpful to have a second person because I was involved in creating the policy. I mean, we did an initial review, but if there are questions, it'd be great if Rennis is available too.
So
Or Kevin, if you really want to.
I could easily ask Mike, I'm going to do that in the morning when I do the minutes, and email him about this, that you were willing to speak about the ethics committee and the ordinance and the form and where you can find it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Just, yeah, to your point, more of an information sharing piece. I mean, I wouldn't call it a full presentation, but we want folks to know the commission has formed, we've started meeting regularly, and the forms are available on the city website.
And you could also mention that there's an open seat
Oh, yeah,
and do a little recruiting.
indeed.
So it's a good meeting for you to post that.
Mhm.
Something that I was asked about was if there is a whistleblowers policy in effect in the city. And I don't know if that would go through the ethics committee or not, or if that just goes right through city council and through.
There is an ethics ordinance that was started and it is still in the works, and it kind of got set aside for a little while. I think legal's trying to figure out the difference between ours and the ones that already exist. I don't know the full vote on that, but it did come up. It was mentioned, and Michelle mentioned it to me today, actually,
Okay.
that there was a whistleblowers ordinance that had been started. I don't know where it is in the process.
Okay.
A local version.
Mhm.
And then if nobody else has heard any other type of public comment, I don't think there's anybody else on this meeting with us? If
Jim
not,
Ken.
okay.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, there are no members of the public in the meeting at this time.
Okay, thank you so much. So at this point, I think we're pretty much done with today. I think what we can do is we'll wait and see if we start getting some complaints in, then we can circulate kind of an email to see when we should schedule the follow-up meeting.
Remember, it's a good thing that you're not getting complaints.
Yes, it's a very good thing.
Well, we'll see when they start getting solicited. But
Right.
So there is not a set time that we actually meet. It's just as an issue arises.
We have it set, I think currently by the ordinance we meet, I think there's an initial set date kind of once per year, and then it's for us to decide how many additional meetings we would like to add. We tried to do this one and the last one kind of within about a month, just because again, we're trying to keep a little bit of traction on this. And so if we start seeing complaints come in, then we got the process where we take the stuff, where we're going to receive all the information, look at the information. And so at that point, we can decide if it's something that we should do monthly or every other month. But I think until we really know kind of what we're seeing, then we can kind of go from there. But I'm also open to meeting monthly if everybody would like that. I mean, it doesn't, if we don't have complaints, this moves pretty quick. So something to think about, I think right now we have no really kind of outstanding kind of open business until a complaint or something comes in, now that we reviewed the financial disclosures. And so I would say at this time, once we see something come in, or we start to hear maybe back some public comment, maybe after the council meeting, Annie, then we can set something up again in the future. Is that fine with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. I think with that being said, I think we're done for now. So I think I'll motion to go ahead and close this meeting.
Second.
Oh, I second.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
thank you. Okay, Chairman McGinnis,
Yes.
Annie Fenton,
Yes.
Brian McCullough,
Yes.
Janet Trexel.
Yes.
It's unanimous. We are adjourned, folks.
All right. Thank